holiday sale is this Saturday with Preview Day Friday. Imagine what you could get with 72 months interest-free. Our deluxe cube for 93-inch sofa only $10 per month. Or our Marley Queen Barrel bed only $10 per month. Our queen-size Tempur-Pedic guitar mattress only $30 per month. Buy as little or as much as you want. One day Saturday, Preview Day Friday. I love it.
At Giant Eagle, holiday shopping means gift cards for everyone on your nice list. You'll even score fuel perks plus bonus rewards during holiday promotions. So giving is twice as nice. Perk up your holidays at Giant Eagle.
Closed captioning sponsored in part by... We have some tough clues in that first round. Perhaps things will be a lot easier for others yet. Let's get this ranking first, and here are those categories. The 2020 Pulitzer Prizes, followed by crossword clues with the letter G in quotation marks. Each correct response will begin with that letter. Then we deal with countries of the world, as opposed to someplace else. Taking your measure, alliterative TV shows, and non-profits. Notice the spelling there. Where would you like to start?
Let's start with crossword clues. G, 400.
French device that took a little off the top. 10 letters. That's right.
What is gift?
Good.
Crossword clues, 800.
Severe congestion on the road. 8 letters. Michael.
The gridlock.
That's it.
E for 12.
Sociable or extroverted. 10 letters. TJ.
What is gregarious?
That's it.
Crossword 16.
A small ape, like a C9. 6 letters. The G this time comes up in gibbon. Back to you, TJ.
Let's finish it out for 2000.
Pertinent to the topic. 7 letters. Michael.
Was Germain.
That's right.
Countries for 4.
Śnieżka in Bohemia is this country's highest point. TJ.
What is the Czech Republic?
That's right.
Countries for 2000.
The name of this kingdom just south of Tibet may be derived from Sanskrit for the end of Tibet. Leslie.
What is Bhutan?
Bhutan.
Countries, 800.
Basilicata and Campania are administrative regions of this country. Michael.
What is Vatican City?
Leslie.
What is Italy?
Italy. Yeah.
1,200 countries.
The islands called the Azores lie about 800 miles from this country to which they belong. Michael.
What is Portugal?
Good.
Country 16.
In Africa, to the northwest of Guinea, is Guinea this? TJ.
What is Guinea-Bissau?
Yes.
Non-profits, 400.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 says, Beware of false prophets who come to you in this animal's clothing. Inwardly, they are ravening wolves. TJ.
What are sheep?
Yes.
Non-profits, 1200.
In the Old Testament, this true prophet, Eliyahu in Hebrew, humiliates and then kills the 450 false prophets of Baal. TJ.
Who is Elijah?
Elijah, correct.
Non-profits, 800.
In Acts of the Apostles, the false prophet Amos, also known as Bar Jesus, has a bad day when this man calls him a child of the devil. TJ?
Who is Peter?
No. Isn't the Muslim? Back to you, TJ.
Non-profits, 15.
In Revelation, the beast and the false prophet are tossed into a lake of fire burning with this substance. Michael.
What is brimstone?
Correct.
Non-profit.
The first letter of John decries as false prophets this early movement whose name is from the Greek for knowledge. TJ.
What is Gnosticism?
Yes.
Alliterative TV shows for 800.
Answer. Very humble. All right. You are $200 off the lead.
2,500.
The Hatfields and the McCoys were appropriately armed for an appearance on this game show.
What is Family Feud?
Correct. Back in the lead.
Let's do alliterative for 12.
With her mystical lariat, Linda Carter wove troublemakers into shape on this series from the late 1970s. TJ.
What is Wonder Woman?
Good.
Alliterative for 16.
A crime that wasn't solved is considered this. Also the name of a CBS drama series that ran for 7 seasons. TJ?
What is the cold case?
Yes.
Alliterative TV shows for 2000.
Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari starred in this 1980s show, whose title cunningly refers to close friends. TJ?
What is Bosom Buddies?
Good.
Alliterative for 400.
The fried chicken franchise Los Ojos Hermanos was a front for nefarious foulness on this show. TJ?
What is Breaking Bad?
You got it.
Taking a measure 400.
To the Romans, it was a distance of 1,000 paces. TJ?
Yeah. Taking a measure 800.
Cheers. An imperial one is 0.568 liters. TJ?
What is a pint?
Pint is right.
Taking a measure for 12.
Answer. Here we go.
Let's do 7,300.
Okay, here's the clue. The unit abbreviated MJ is used to describe the heft of extrasolar planets and other astronomical bodies. M is for mass, J is for this.
What is Job's?
Oh, TJ, sorry, you're so close. Correct response, what is Jupiter, not Jove's. So you lose a bit there. Pick again.
Let's go with taking a measure 2,000.
The poise is a measure of this, a fluid's resistance to flow. Michael?
What is viscosity?
You are right.
Measure for 16.
In 2018, it was decided to retire physical objects, like the one seen here, as the standard of this metric unit of measure. TJ?
What is a kilogram?
Good.
Pulitzer Prizes for 800.
The Washington Post won for a report on climate change named this number of degrees Celsius, the critical increase for global warming. TJ?
What is 4?
No. Michael?
What is 3?
No. Well, you should have rung in with 2, because that's the response we're going for. TJ, back to you.
Let's do 1,200.
The inaugural award for audio recording went to an episode of this Ira Glass hosted show. TJ?
What is This American Life?
Yes.
1,600.
Nicole Hannah-Jones won for the New York Times Multimedia Project, named for this year when 20 slaves were brought to Virginia. TJ?
What is 1619?
Yes.
2,000.
The Music Pulitzer went to Anthony Davis for his opera about these wrongly convicted 5 from Harlem.
What is Central Park Five?
That's it, now the last bit. Reuters photographers won for pictures of this Chinese region's months-long protests. Michael?
What is Hong Kong?
Right. And that takes you to 12,600. You're within reach of the lead, certainly. Leslie's still alive at 4,700. All 3 of you pay attention. Here comes your final Jeopardy category. Novel character. Novel character.
At T-Mobile, we have a plan built just for customers 55 and over, saving 50% versus other carriers. No unlimited lines for less than $30 each. Call 1-800-T-Mobile or go to T-Mobile.com/55.
You probably think all pads are the same, but have you tried Always Infinity Flex Foam? It's made of flex foam, not fluff. Flex foam absorbs 50% more. And it doesn't bunch. 0 leaks and 0 feel is possible with Always Infinity Flex Foam.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture, now might not be the best time to ask yourself, are my bones strong? Life's full of make or break moments. That's why it's so important to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with 1 shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take HGO. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip or tongue swelling, rash, itching or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects, like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Don't wait for a break. Call your doctor today and ask about Prolia. Introducing Fidelity Income Planning. We look at how much you've saved, how much you'll need, and build a straightforward plan to generate income, even when you're not working. A plan that gives you the chance to We'll give you ways to be tax efficient, and you can start, stop, or adjust your plan at any time without the unnecessary fees. Talk to us today so we can help you go from savings to living.
We'll be back with Final Jeopardy right after this. Attention Medicare beneficiaries living in these Pittsburgh area counties. Now's the time to talk to United Healthcare and take advantage of a wide choice of plans and benefits, including an AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. It can combine your hospital and doctor coverage with prescription drug coverage and more, like primary care doctor visits for a $0 copay, all in one simple plan for a $0 monthly premium. Take advantage of preventive dental care for a $0 copay, a vision exam for a $0 copay, prescription drug coverage with home delivery, plus see any specialist in the network without a referral. Also ask about PPO plans available in your area. Annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now about the AARP Medicare Advantage plan.
Looking for new appliances? Look no further. Save on your favorite brands this holiday. In store and online. At Bridgeville and Dormont Appliance.
Watch Catherine Alenta and Glenn Rack on Channel 11 Morning News. A Camel and Tobacco ad asks, Mike, what day is it? And here's this nickname for Wednesday. What is Hump Day? Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
The subject opines today, novel characters. Player Susan. This character from an 1851 novel was intent on an audacious, imitable, and supernatural revenge. With 30 seconds to talk. He didn't get the revenge, and it ended quite badly for him. Leslie, we come to you first. You're in third place with 4,700, and your response is you weren't able to come up with anything, missed or something. It's going to cost you 2,000. That drops you down to 2,700. Takes us to Michael Luke. He had 12,600, and he thought of the monster Frankenstein, and that's incorrect also. It'll cost you 10,000. You're at 2,600. Now let's go to TJ, our champion. He had 14,000, and his response was, who is the Count of Monte Cristo? No, the chase for the great white whale, Captain Ahab. How much did our champion invest and lose? 12,000. He's going to finish in first place. And Leslie Minor, congratulations! You're the new Jeopardy champion. It kind of ruined our average of 25,000, but you can make up for it on tomorrow's program. You're going home with 2,700, and we're going home also. We'll return in 23 and a half hours from now.
Parental consideration provided by Geico.
Your wireless, your rules. Only Xfinity Mobile lets you choose shared data, unlimited, or mixed speech, and switch anytime, so you only pay if you need. Switch and save up to $400 a year on your wireless bill with the carrier rated #1 in customer satisfaction. Call, click, or visit your local store today.
Think you know FanDuel? Well, what if we told you that we've got an ace up our sleeve? Enjoy Introducing FanDuel Casino. Now you can play casino games like blackjack, roulette, and online slots for real cash right through your FanDuel Sportsbook app. So when we say there's more ways to win on FanDuel, you can take that to the bank. New casino players, play your first 24 hours risk-free on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Get up to $200 back. Channel 11's Black and Gold Zone. Brought to you by Calhoun.
Finally, we are here. The delays are in the rear view mirror, and the countdown to kickoff for Wednesday afternoon football is winding down. Live, it's the Steelers and Ravens at Heinz Field on Channel 11. Good evening. Actually, it's good afternoon. I'm now the Oxford Rider. We've had to change that several times, too. We've changed our JP Roofing countdown clock a number of times this week, but finally, it's just a little more than an hour to game time, and we're honestly thrilled to be bringing you this game, one that we weren't sure would even happen, frankly. Chris Carter from our partners at DKPittsburghSports.com is with me in the studio, and joining us on Zoom throughout the show from his home will be former Pitt and NFL players Doran Dickerson. First, let's check in on the latest with Channel 11's Jenna Harner. She's live outside of Heinz Field.
So I'm running that shit.
About who's actually coming in this game.
Yeah, Albie, that's been a huge thing this whole week. But new in just the last little while, we learned that the Steelers will be without a key member of their offense for this game. Center Marquise Pouncey has been placed on the COVID-19 reserve list, so he's not eligible for today's matchup. That makes 3 starters for the Steelers ineligible for today's game. You'll have Pouncey, James Conner, and Stephon Tuitt will all be inactive for today's game. The Steelers in total have 4 players on the COVID-19 reserve list, but they will get 2 coaches back who weren't anticipated to be on the sidelines today. Special teams coach Danny Smith and quarterbacks coach Matt Canada, who both had illnesses, were cleared to return, so they will be on the sidelines for the Steelers this afternoon. Now, on the other sideline, the Ravens will be without multiple starters, as Baltimore has more than a dozen players on the COVID reserve list. Quarterback Lamar Jackson, tight end Mark Andrews, wide receiver Willie Snead, and defensive end Calais Campbell are all out today. Running back J.K. Dobbins and Mark Ingram were eligible to come off the COVID reserve list today. However, according to multiple national reports, both of the players did not make the trip to Pittsburgh and will be inactive for today's game. Now, something we also learned from the NFL in the last little bit is all of the Ravens' point-of-care POC tests came back negative, and that's really crucial because the NFL and the Ravens believe that there is no infection on the field for today's game. Abby?
All right, Jenna, we'll be checking back. Christian Doran, the big change this afternoon. It's indeed a big one. Marquise Pouncey, as Jenna mentioned, out of the game. Chris, we're going to start with you. Your initial reaction and the impact that you think this will have on the game.
Absolutely, Albie. A huge part of this is the fact that Marquise Pouncey is a huge communicator on this offensive line. He may not be in his prime anymore, run blocking wise, but when he sees something and Ben Roethlisberger sees something, they don't have to say that much to each other, and the entire offensive line gets the communication. That's where J.C. Hassenauer is going to have his biggest challenges because he has to identify what the defense is doing and know what the offense has to do in response to it.
All right, Marquise Pouncey out. This, of course, is a very fluid situation. Always is these days. Doran?
Yeah, I agree with Chris. He's the quarterback of the offensive line, and talking about Marquise Pouncey, him being out is huge. Him and Ben have had a nice rapport for the last 10 years. J.C. Hassenauer, he's a guy who's going to need to step up, and hopefully he's gotten the reps that he's needed throughout the last 2 weeks to be able to step up and be able to be serviceable on that offensive line, getting guys in the right protections and making sure he sees and makes the right points. It's a big position, but I think J.C. Hassenauer has the right tools to be the guy for today to step up in place of Marquise Pouncey.
Something else we need to touch on. The Steelers haven't actually had many practices themselves. Doran, let's start with you. You played in the NFL. What is the effect on players' bodies, the stopping and starting in game preparation?
It's tough. You have to do a great job individually and making sure you take care of your body, whether it's the ice packs, getting the massages, being in that routine of taking care of your body every single day is very crucial into how you play, and especially how you play as a team and doing your role to a high level. So the stopping and starting and the ups and downs, it's as expected mind is where it needs to be every single day throughout the season. And I do believe a lot of these players have the right mindset every single day and have adapted well.
The thing is that Dorian's 100% right. The Steelers have been very good this year about adjusting to how things have been played to them. The Titans, with their situation, took away the Steelers' bye week. They've adjusted to that. But now, when you talk about the NFL season, you look at routine. You want to see, okay, maybe there's a Monday Night Football game here and a Thursday Night Football game here, but there's a routine and a plan of attack that the coaching staff puts in for their players to prepare each week. That plan was thrown out the window by having to play this game well into next week, almost 7 full days out.
All right, Chris and Dorian, thank you. We're just getting started here in the Black and Gold Zone. Countdown Kickoff, sponsored by Al-U.
It was a dream of mine years ago, and I had to wait till Cameron was ready.
We go inside the creation of the Hayward House with Camp.
The breaking news desk is really a valuable tool.
You're going to get breaking news as it's happening. You can be assured that everything I tell you is something that's...
Oh shit, man.
We have an AnchorNet dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
I know the neighborhoods, I know the school districts, and that really helps to inform you so that you know if something is going to impact your family.
As soon as she gets that information, the breaking news desk is able to go on air, bring that information to you and share it.
That is a resource no one else has. You see me on the breaking news desk, you know it's an important story. Want to sell your Pittsburgh area home faster and for the best price? Then make it RE/MAX Select Realty. RE/MAX Select agents sell up to 3 times as many homes as other agents. That means more buyers searching your neighborhood right now. Call RE/MAX Select today. We'll meet and list your home tomorrow. Plus, get your free RE/MAX market price evaluation. Selling your home is a big decision. Make it RE/MAX Select Realty. See us now at selecthomefinder.com.
Forward Solutions can change patients' lives. Our office is capable of delivering this next level dentistry in a single visit.
At the Facial Surgery Center, our team of specialists can give you a new smile in just one day.
I've never felt better. This has truly changed my life. I can smile now, no more hiding my teeth.
To schedule your free consultation at one of our 2 convenient locations, call now or visit us online at thefacialsurgerycenter.com.
You've worked hard to reach a comfortable place in life. You plan for your future. But what about your family's future? At Heffron State Center, we help our clients look beyond their own secure financial picture to the next generations. With your Heffron Tillotson Master Plan and seamless transition planning for your heirs, you can relax knowing we've not only taken good care of you, but of those you love most.
Every family should have a master plan.
Contact us for a no-obligation review at Heffron.com. Unlock your story and find the power to do amazing things. California University of Pennsylvania gives you the keys to unlock your passions, your abilities, your dreams. With over 100 undergraduate and graduate programs and degrees, Cal-U will help you shape your story, change your world, and build your future.
Man, that's great.
Welcome back to Heinz Field, Steelers and Ravens, the game that was supposed to be played on Thanksgiving night, and then Sunday, and then Tuesday. Now set to go on a Wednesday afternoon, 3:40 kickoff. I think we're set to go. Sure looks that way. There will be no fans in the stands for the rest of the season. That went out the window with the first of the delays, but it's a beautiful day now, live at Heinz Field, and even if it's a bit cold, this is the Black and Gold Zone Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by Cal-U. After all the chaos, there is a game to be played. Doran Dickerson with us for the keys to the game, presented by your local Mercedes-Benz dealers. Doran, what's your first key to victory? My first key to victory for the Steelers is to stay disciplined. It got a little chippy in the last meeting with the Steelers and the Ravens, and everything that has gone on the last week, and it's just the ups and downs and moving of games. I feel like the tempers are going to be at a high level on both sides. So if you're the Steelers, you don't want to give the Ravens anything to pick on. anything to antagonize. You want to stay clean and be very disciplined as a football team. If you're disciplined in this game, I believe that you'll be victorious in the end.
For your second key, it's probably not a good idea to let the Ravens think they're even in this game.
Right, and you have to have a fast start if you're the Steelers. You have to take control of this game. RG3 is their leader today at quarterback. He knows how to win games. I'm not here to try to scare anybody, but RG3 is a serviceable backup quarterback who can run the Lamar Jackson offense. He may have lost a step, but he can still run. So you want to take control of the game if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers. Start fast, whether it's on offense, defense, or even special teams. Kickoff return. Start fast, take control of the game, and just control the game throughout the four quarters of today's game to give you the start.
For our third Mercedes-Benz dealers, key to the game, your approach to taking on Robert Griffin III.
Man, I just said, he's a serviceable quarterback. He has been around for a long time. He knows how to win. Was Rookie of the Year. But RG3 hasn't started a football game in 300-plus days. You're the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you're facing a guy like RG3 who probably has a chip on his shoulder about wanting to prove that he could be a starting quarterback in this league again. You have to hit him. Bring him to the ground, make him dirty, get grass stains all over him, make sure that he knows your presence. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, you have to feast today. I know Thanksgiving was last week, but it's going to be Thanksgiving today because you were supposed to play on Thanksgiving last week. You have to feast on RG3, get after him, and hit him all game long.
All right, thank you, Doran. In a few minutes, we'll take a closer look at RG3 in the game today for Lamar Jackson. Plus, the playoff picture and how today's game will impact the final push in December. The Black and Gold Zone countdown to kickoff, sponsored by Cal U. We'll be right back.
Accomplished surgeons orchestrate advanced technologies like the Da Vinci robot, so patients spent less time in the hospital, recovered faster, and are treated close to home. And that should be music to your ears.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days wanting less seats, more seats, and 0 regrets.
Oh, bro.
0 reasons meditated to a website, especially now that you can start shopping from home. Call the Combo today. Visit our website and sign in for our event with the 2020 Jackpot today. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, 0 to resigning.
Wouldn't it be great if the generic ED meds you want didn't come from some faraway warehouse? We're McDonald Pharmacy, and we're real pharmacists. We cut out the middleman and pass the savings on to you. Generic Viagra and Cialis at less than $10 per dose, shipped right to your house. Our pharmacy is proud to be independent and at your service. Call 412-550-0510 or visit McDonaldRx.com today. Stop paying crazy prices for Cialis or Viagra. Visit McDonaldRx.com today. Yes. FanDuel Sportsbook makes the incredibly easy to get your winnings fast. To make it even easier, we trained your world's fastest sprint, the Peregrine Falcon. We delivered those payouts so quickly. Honey, I'm coming to some money. And I'm going to need a new sandwich. FanDuel Sportsbook. Get your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Place your first bet risk-free and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
Accomplished surgeons orchestrate advanced technologies like the Da Vinci robot, so patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and are treated close to home. And that should be music to your ears.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, and results-based law firm, trust in Blaine Jones Law.
Live inside Heinz Field, the Steelers, believe it or not, have played most Wednesday games in NFL history, although it's been decades since the Steelers last played on a Wednesday. Beautiful day for football. It's also a season to be thankful where we can, and a season example, what does being a star can mean for people off the football field? Channel 11's Jenna Harder takes us inside the many great works that Cam and his family are doing for Pittsburgh. Hi again, Jenna.
Hey, Albie. Yeah, 5 years ago, Cam Hayward and his mom, Charlotte, started the Hayward House, their foundation, wanting to give back to the Pittsburgh community in any way that they could. Fast forward to today, and the foundation has far exceeded their wildest dreams. I had a chance to sit down with both of them virtually to learn more about their purpose, especially in a year that's been so hard for so many of us.
Pittsburgh is our heart, and even though he grew up in Atlanta from age 8 to 18, our roots are in Pittsburgh. So we know how much the city needs those to give back.
They've been doing just that since 2015 through Backpack Drives, their literacy project, and Craig's Closet. Even though they've had to adapt and adjust a little bit this year because of COVID, like so many of us, the Haywards are still going above and beyond to help the Pittsburgh community.
What's the best part about all this for you guys? Seeing kids smile and giving them hope, and just to know that someone cares. We've had so many different instances through the 5 years that we've had the foundation where we might think it's a small impact, but it's turned out to be a huge impact.
And you just never know what that interaction is going to do. Whether it becomes a butterfly effect where things just happen naturally, good for that person. And they just remember that moment. And I want to be able to provide that. So maybe if 1 or 2 people even have that, that means a lot.
Did you ever think that the Hayward House, that this foundation would be what it is right now?
No. It was a dream of mine years ago, and I had to wait till Cameron was ready. I might have the ideas, but he's the one that has to actually, take part in so much of this and give the approval. And when he was ready, then I was ready. I've been ready since he got drafted. He was like, not yet, Mom, not yet. And then when he was ready, it was time.
I always had high hopes, but this has exceeded my high hopes. The lives we're able to impact and, put a smile on people's faces, and to know that we can continue to do that work is just, that's unbelievable to me.
Helping each other is what we're about in Pittsburgh.
Now, I asked Cam's mom, Charlotte, just how proud she is of her son, and she told me that he's a better father, son, brother than he is an athlete. She says this all the time, but he just has the cutest heart, and he's never making an impact on the lives of those around him, and that is what makes her so proud. Abby?
Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, just a first-class guy all the way around. We appreciate that. On the field tonight, Cam Hayward will be chasing down Robert Griffin III instead of Lamar Jackson. Our partners for DKPittsburghSports.com, Dan Waller, gives us an inside look at RG3.
Yeah, last year, Robert Griffin III beat the Steelers. I should say more like Devin Hodges beat the Steelers because Griffin really didn't do much in that game. 11 of 21, didn't surpass 100 yards in that game. Did run a little bit against the Steelers, and he still has that ability to do that. If you look at it, 8 carries for 50 yards. But the thing that stood out to me about that was, that was his first start in 4 years. I mean, he just hasn't played a lot. He is a facsimile of Lamar Jackson, but it's a very watered down version of Lamar Jackson at this point in his career at 30 years old.
Well, he is 30, but he did do just enough to beat the Steelers in a meaningful game at the end of last season. Chris, the Ravens are decimated, no question, but the Steelers can't afford to ease up just because of the change at quarterback.
Absolutely, and don't forget, he's a left-handed quarterback, which may be a small change to sound, but that can still force you to communicate a little bit more on defense to remember which side is the strong side each and every play. He did run for 50 yards last year against them, and the thing was, the Ravens controlled the ball almost twice as much as the Steelers last year in time of possession. That is unacceptable this year going forward. But again, having Ben Roethlisberger back, that's going to be tougher to do, limiting him to the Steelers offense to that amount of time.
I Another interesting note for the Ravens offense, Des Bryant signed to the active roster. You see Bryant being able to have an impact in his return to the NFL.
I think it's a lot to ask of Des Bryant. We're working with a backup quarterback right now. Again, his last game, 4 catches and 5 targets for just 28 yards, no touchdowns. My biggest thing is the Ravens have been mediocre in the red zone, even with Lamar Jackson. His big thing is he's got a big body. He's been known to go up and get it in his prime. That's where I look for his biggest impact. Steelers keep them out of the red zone, and when they are in there, look for the fade to Des Bryant. That's where he probably hurts you the most. Otherwise, I think the Steelers just do what you do defensively.
Thanks, Chris. 6 games remaining in the regular season and the beginning of a playoff push. It's Color Rush Day. Live in Highfield, the Steelers in all black. News and Derek Weathering will take you inside the playoff races in the division and the conference. And what tonight's game this afternoon means for the Steelers into the season. With the Black and Gold Zone sponsored by Calhoun Returns.
Heating and Air, we've been providing exceptional service for over 75 years. For a limited time, get a new heating and cooling system with $0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments until 2022. Visit ARSPittsburgh.com for details. ARS Heating and Air, making it work, making it right.
Bro, where's the flag at? Ain't do that.
Is this a new Buick? I see it's in myself. I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. What?
Don't forget you this holiday season. Get an SUV from Buick. Celebrate the holidays with Buick. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most Buick SUV models. Use it to get over $4,500 total value on this Encore GX.
This and every holiday season, Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank is committed to providing food for our neighbors in need. We're here for you when you need us. Go to pittsburghfoodbank.org/gethelp to find food near you.
If you're eligible for Medicare, it's time to choose a Medicare Advantage plan. Chances are you're looking for a plan that gives you significant cost savings, as well as someone to guide you through the Medicare process. Look no further than UPMC for Life. You'll find plans that include $0 monthly plan premiums, $0 copays for primary care doctor visits, $0 generic prescriptions, and more. With UPMC for Life, you'll have access to high-quality doctors and hospitals, an allowance to buy additional healthcare products, and an allowance for many dental services. Plus, you get us. We're UPMC for Life Medicare advisors, and we're here to answer all your questions and help you choose the right plan. You can call and speak to us one-on-one, or have a face-to-face video visit from the safety of your home with your smartphone, tablet, or computer. So don't wait. Schedule an appointment today.
At ARS Heating and Air, we've been providing exceptional service for over 75 years. For a limited time, get a new heating and cooling system with $0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments until 2022. Visit ARSPittsburgh.com for details. ARS Heating and Air, making it work, making it right.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, results-based law firm, trust Blaine Jones Law.
That's one of the things that we desire to be a part of here, the division rivalry aspect of it. We want to be the team that everybody in our division points at and circles on their calendar. We understand that there's issues associated with being in that group, but we don't want to run away from it. We want to run through it.
Trying to make it in December. To remember, Mike Tomlin with his team ready to go here in December. When the playoff picture really comes into shape, RealtySports.com to take you through the playoff picture, sponsored by Remax Select Realty. Let's start with the AFC North. Of course, the Steelers really do still need to keep winning, Chris. The Browns, believe it or not, are in second place with just 3 losses. The Ravens can be knocked out of division contention this afternoon. Talk about how big that is as we continue to watch the team warm up live at Heinz Field.
Oh, it's very huge, Albie. You knock them out of division contention. That's going to put them, it's going to make them, they have to chase the Browns and the rest of the AFC, which is highly competitive this year. I know the Raiders lost that week, but they've beaten the Chiefs in the city this year. They've been really tough. The Ravens are going to be in a do-or-die situation with their next game against the Browns. If they lose that game, Albie, they're in a lot of trouble because that puts them down 3 games. That ruins their tiebreaker over them, and there's only a few more games left to be played this season. This is a do-or-die situation for the Ravens. They lose today, they are up against the wall.
Ben Roethlisberger, a big reason that the Steelers are the only remaining undefeated team in the entire NFL. Let's break down the conference now. The Steelers fighting to get that number 1 seed, and it will be a fight. The Kansas City Chiefs, with just 1 loss on the season, they're keeping the Steelers on their toes. This battle could go down to the last week for that 1 bye.
I agree, Albie. It's going to be really tough for the Steelers to keep this going. Remember, they still got to go on the road to play the Bills, who are a very tough team. The Chiefs, they just got done with one of their biggest opponents down the stretch with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, winning convincingly. The Steelers really need to keep this run going because they want to make sure the Super Bowl goes to Heinz Field. It would be huge. It would also, if there's no weekend team, guarantee them a bye week, which would allow them that week off that they weren't able to get when they missed it when the Titans violated their COVID protocols and forced that game to be moved away.
Now, the Steelers, led by Ben Roethlisberger, of course, an older quarterback. You have the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. So, can Ben keep up that pace with the young guys?
Absolutely. But the thing is that the Steelers have the 4th highest scoring offense in the league. They don't need the yards. They're converting very well. And that's where the Steelers have done better. I think it's also huge right now between the Steelers and the Ravens. John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, they're 14-14 against each other lifetime when you include the playoffs, Albie. This is huge for those reasons. But on top of that, you look at Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin, they've got a great history as well playing against each other. I see this, if these two teams go against each other in the playoffs, they don't need the run game to win. They've already got Ben Roethlisberger in one of the best passing offenses in the league with a great trio of wide receivers.
And even with that early count not providing the advantage, it would be really beneficial to see the Steelers at home. All right, we'll see if the Steelers take that step towards the playoffs. The J.P. Roofing countdown clock closing in on 40 minutes to kickoff. Moments from now, Eric Ebron's impact beyond the playing field, plus the big milestone for Mike Tomlin and its importance across the football world when the Black and Gold Zone countdown to kickoff, sponsored by Al U, returns.
So they're flank, bro.
Want to sell your Pittsburgh area home faster and for the best price? Then make it RE/MAX Select Realty. RE/MAX Select agents sell up to 3 times as many homes as other agents. That means more buyers searching your neighborhood right now. Call RE/MAX Select today. We'll meet and list your home tomorrow. Call to get your free RE/MAX market price evaluation. Selling your home is a big decision. Make it RE/MAX Select Realty. See us now at selecthomefinder.com. Looking for new appliances? Look no further. Save on your favorite brands this holiday. In-store and online. At Brickville and Dormont Appliances.
Is the 2021 GLB 254 manifest redeemed for December 16 only at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Hurry in today.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, results-based law firm, trust in Blaine Jones Law.
It's the Black and Gold Zone countdown to kickoff, sponsored by Cal U. We're live inside Heinz Field. The Steelers in their color rush uniforms. TJ Watt has RG3 in his sights in the championship puzzle for the Steelers. Hello again, Jenna.
Hey, Albie. Eric Ebron has been telling us since the start of training camp, I just go out there and have fun. And it's hard not to notice the tight end's infectious personality, his laugh, and his energy, which fits right in with this Steelers offense. Now, after their most recent win against the Ravens, Ebron grinned, telling us games like that were the reason he came to Pittsburgh. That and for second half Ben Roethlisberger. Now, you can sense the tight end's love for his team and this offense when he talked about that come-from-behind win and his expectation for today's game.
We won, right? That's exactly what I expect. I'm just being honest with you. To me, it's a football game. To me, they're an opponent that don't wear black and gold. And at the end of the day, y'all about to come into our house. So, and at the end of the day, I don't like losing that home precedent. So, it's just another opponent coming to our house that we got to defend.
Now, after the Texans game, Ebron ran off the field skipping, holding up 3 fingers. After the Browns game, where the team moved to 5-0, he held up 5. And after their most recent win against Jacksonville, Ebron ran holding his hands up with 10 fingers, skipping off the field. He joked with us this past week, saying he's running out of fingers. Albie.
Thank you, Jenna. Back to Doran Dickerson now. Doran, you were a tight end in the league. Give us some insight into exactly what makes Eric Ebron so good at that position.
Okay, he's very rangy, and whenever you get older and you become a veteran at that position, obviously you lose speed, you lose strength, but you don't lose up here, you don't lose your mind. And he seems to be able to find the zone holes and find the right holes in the middle of the defenses that makes him open. And you know what? Coming from Detroit, then going to the Colts, and then now with the Steelers, Eric Ebron is very familiar with pretty good quarterbacks. You got Matthew Stafford in Detroit, you got Andrew Luck with the Colts, and now Ben Roethlisberger. We talked about rapport and Ben's rapport with Marquise Pouncey and how that could be a question mark today. I think that Eric Ebron finds a good rapport with his quarterback, and they're always on the same page. That's a big skill, too, whenever you are playing the tight end position.
Well, he's been a big addition to the offense this year. Mike Tomlin recently made history, becoming the winningest black head football coach of all time. He passed the number of wins by Tony Dungy, who started his NFL career with the Steelers, and he's in good Pittsburgh area company with another Pittsburgh native, former Bengals coach Marvin Lewis. And Tomlin's march up coaching ranks is having an impact beyond the Steelers.
I brought Mike in. He was 29 years old, and 5 minutes into the interview, I knew he was the guy I wanted to hire.
It was Tony Dungy who gave Mike Tomlin his first coaching job as a secondary coach with the soon-to-be Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tomlin recently passed Dungy for the most wins by a minority head coach in NFL history.
He was in total control of that room from the first minute he was there. It took not very long to find out this guy was going to be special.
Tomlin, in that time, has never had a losing season and has been to 2 Super Bowls, winning 1. And he's earned the respect of his players.
He's not just a great black head coach. He's a great head coach.
I think I appreciate Coach Tomlin. I think he's an amazing coach, a great head coach. He's definitely a player's coach.
Coach Tomlin, after passing Dungy's record, reflected on what his mentor meant to him.
His approach to business, the thoroughness, the clean communication, particularly in difficult times, the clarity of thought, his commitment to a style of play and a plan are all things that, I really have held on to over the years and think about.
Now Tony Dungy hopes that Tomlin's example can help lead young minority coaches to greatness and lead owners to hire them.
That really should say a lot to the league. You've got to investigate. You've got to look for everybody. Don't just look in the common places. Don't just look for the hot names. If our minority coaches get an opportunity, there's plenty of guys out there who can do the job and do it well.
And bringing in Chris and Doran to the conversation, can Mike Tomlin's example translate into more minority coaches down the line? What's the best way to get more young black coaches up the ranks? Doran, you're first.
Well, my uncle was one of the first black head coaches in college football, Ron Dickerson, and just being around him and the things that he used to speak about whenever I was a young kid, it think with Mike Tomlin and the way his path has gone, coming in and winning, and then coming back and then and winning, a Super Bowl, two Super Bowls, but only winning one. But the things that he has done have really stuck out in the community, stuck out in the NFL community. So I think that he can really inspire a lot of young African Americans to be a coach.
And on top of inspiring other coaches, he's showing everyone, hey, that black head coaches need to be given a chance in the NFL. Because you see coaches like Eric Bieniemy for the Chiefs, who have been coordinator for a while, leading one of the best offenses and what they've been able to do with Patrick Mahomes. They need more chances. And truly, Mike Tomlin, an example of how you can grandfather in players. Tony Dungy got his start with the Steelers under Chuck Noll. He gave Mike Tomlin his head start. It just continues to go down the line.
This afternoon at halftime, NBC is talking with Ryan Shazier, who's starting his own foundation to build on his legacy of courage.
Sometimes when I'm bringing stuff to the shed and when I come in here, I'll just look at it and just take a moment just to think about where I've been. And I'm just thankful and happy it was a difficult time, but just to be able to overcome that and just show everybody that we can overcome any obstacle. When we have this fun for Adrian, I feel like that inspires way more people than just actually being in a football field. We actually let people understand that I relate also with what they're going through.
Be sure to see Shazier's story at halftime of this afternoon's game between the Steelers and Ravens right here on Channel 11. Of course, we're digging deeper into the importance of making history as an unbeaten team. Plus, the lasting impact the delays of today's game will have on the Steelers in the coming weeks when the Black and Gold Zone countdown to kickoff, sponsored by How You returns.
Accomplished surgeons orchestrate advanced technologies like the Da Vinci robot, so patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and are treated close to home. And that should be music to your ears.
Gambling here for Richmond Ford and Washington Ford. It's time for the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event. Choose from America's best-selling brand, including Escape, Edge, Explorer, and Expedition. You get $2,000 trade assist cash, plus 0% financing for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Hurry in for this exclusive holiday offers. For 41 years, we're Pittsburgh's family-owned and award-winning Ford dealership with 2 stores about 2 minutes off of I-79. Volkswagen Ford, X55 Heidelberg, and Washington Ford, X40 Washington. Visit WinAuto.com. FanDuel Sportsbook makes it incredibly easy to bet live during the game. But to make it even easier, we got Hall of Famer Orlando Pace to place Kyle's bet for you.
Kicking team's coming out.
Let's bet the league.
It was less great than I thought it would be.
FanDuel Sportsbook, with more live betting options than anywhere else. Place your first bet, risk free, and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
At Honda, we take the holidays seriously. With serious style and serious capability. So while others may be decking the halls, you could be dashing through the snow with the best value of the season. Now's the best time to get into a new Honda. KBB.com's best value ranking for 2020. Visit Happy Honda Days at your local Honda dealer or shop online to get a great offer on the CR-V.
Everybody should definitely play rock more.
We had to find a different way to put our passion to work.
When you love your job and love what you do, every day goes on as you want.
I think how we look at art can be world changing.
All these businesses are taking precautions to make sure that everyone is safe. We're ready.
Accomplished surgeons orchestrate advanced technologies like the Da Vinci robot, so patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and are treated close to home. And that should be music to your ears.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, and results-based law firm, trust in Blaine Jones Law.
Welcome back, and we're live inside Heinz Field, getting ready for the Steelers and Ravens. The game is about a half hour away. The Steelers finishing their Warm up for the next game on minutes from now right here on Channel 11. The JP Roofing countdown to kickoff in the 30-minute range to kick off for the Steelers and Ravens right here on Channel 11. Big day for football, big day for us, and I know the fans love it as well. Steelers will now have 2 short weeks of preparation for Washington and Buffalo. And speaking during someone who plays the game on this level, how does that affect the team both physically and mentally?
Well, physically, I mean, just like we talked about earlier, your body, you have to make sure you're taking care of your body and doing the right things day in and day out to feel well and play at a high level in these games. Look, they have the Ravens today. They're going to have the Washington football team on Monday, and then they come back and they play the Buffalo Bills in 7 days after that. So the Steelers have found ways to adapt all year, whether it's COVID, whether it's schedule changes, bye week changes. They found a way to adapt. They found a way to win. I have a lot of faith in the Steelers team this year. I have a lot of faith in them in the next 2 weeks.
Warren, thank you. He's the captain of the defense, and his history and legacy with Pittsburgh is a true family affair.
What is your Pittsburgh memory?
Best Pittsburgh memory.
Y'all thinking Jenna's captivating conversation with Cam about Pittsburgh memories and, yes, legacy. Next on the Rocket Show, countdown to kickoff, sponsored by Value.
At ARS Heating and Air, we've been providing exceptional service for over 75 years. For a limited time, get a new heating and cooling system with $0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments until 2022. Visit ARSPittsburgh.com for details. ARS Heating and Air, making it work, making it right.
Toyota, now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, Camry, and more. I'll put it back up for you.
I wish I had just a racket.
Lease a new 21 Tacoma for just $169 a month. Or buy one and take $1,000 cash back from Toyota. Or go with a half-ton 21 Tundra with $3,000 cash back.
Toyota cars are coming today.
Toyota, let's go places.
From improvements to highways, bridges, and local areas, construction of tallest buildings in the newest sports center, we are there. The pipeline construction to utilities, we are there. We are upgrading, constructing, and building. We are completing jobs for schools, hospitals, hotels and apartments, airports, and offices. We are there creating our future, making our communities a better place. We are the operating engineers. Learn what the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 66 can do for you.
Wow. A new Buick for me?
To James from James. That's just what I wanted.
Is this a new Buick? The secret sounded my thumb? Oh, shouldn't have. I have been very good this year. Wow. Wow.
Don't forget you this holiday season. Get an SUV from Buick. Celebrate the holidays with Buick. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most Buick SUV models. Use it to get over $4,500 total value on this Encore GX. It lives the line between needs and wants. Experience the Porsche Next. At ARS Heating and Air, we've been providing exceptional service for over 75 years. For a limited time, get a new heating and cooling system with $0 down, 0% interest, and 0 payments until 2022. Visit ARSPittsburgh.com for details. ARS Heating and Air, making it work, making it right.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, and results-based law firm, trust in Blaine Jones Law.
Ken, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fine.
Look at all those trophies. You stud.
Yeah. I didn't know you could see this way.
Oh, I can. I see it all. I'm looking in everybody's room.
Yeah, it took me by surprise there. Had I known that he could see me, I would have dressed a little bit better. You can see from interactions like that just why Cam Hayward is so popular among the Steelers nation. Channel 11's Jenna Hardy got to talk one-on-one with Cam this week and learned a lot more about Cam's love for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Albie, Cam Hayward knows Pittsburgh probably more than most of his teammates. He was born here and is currently in his 10th season with the Steelers. Now, as someone relatively new to the Steel City, I had a chance to sit down one-on-one virtually with Cam Hayward to gain some insight.
What is it about Pittsburgh that makes this city so special?
This city is blue collar. Everybody works hard, expects the, greatness from it. And, doesn't go around, wherever you do, you always got to work hard in Pittsburgh. And that's the type of city you want to be part of. From the old steel mills and the guys that would come over from steel mills and then come work their second job as a football player. It was crazy. But, it's a privilege to be a Steeler. It's a privilege to be part of this community because, so many people get part of this community.
What is your
Which one do you want?
My dad used to always, in his offices, when we would go up to Henrywood and always ride the rides. It would be like midday where there's no people there. We would ride, what's the one? It was like the sledders that would go around in circles.
Were you playing hooky there a little bit?
No, I'm not.
What has Pittsburgh brought into your life that you're most thankful for?
Well, for me, Pittsburgh has brought in my life just to be a family. Being drafted here, being from here, it gave me an opportunity to reconnect with my family, be close to my family, and I'm just appreciative of that, especially on the holidays. This year's a little bit different because we can't all be together, but
I had to go to the doctor for
You mentioned your dad
that
a
thing.
little bit. What does it kind of mean to you to not only play football in this city, but have so much
Because it won't go away.
success in a city where
It's
your
basically,
his career
she said it's
started
super
with so much
clean.
success?
The cleanest word you've ever seen, actually. I was like, because I clean it every single day and make sure I squeeze it every single day. And she's like, it's the wrong side. So, if the kernel's in there. So when I squeeze it, instead of the kernel going out, the hole is actually back here. So it's not coming out. So I have to have surgery tomorrow because if not, I'm going to have a blood infection.
Now, I asked Cam Hayward what needs to be on my
I'm
Pittsburgh
scared.
bucket list. What are some
My
must-dos
dad's,
while
he
I'm
had
here
this,
in
I think
the
he
Steel
passed
City?
it on. It's like
And he was super
hereditary.
excited. He told me I
And he was like,
have to
oh, I
visit
already
in
know.
line. I
You'll be
have to
okay.
visit the
It's just a little
Pittsburgh Zoo,
pinchy
and
pinch.
I
I was
have
like,
to go
shut
to the
up.
Carnegie Science Center. And I
And
don't
he's
know about
like,
you
yeah,
guys,
but they're
but
going to
I'm a
shoot up your
huge
butt. And I
Science
was like,
Center fan, so those three things have skyrocketed to the top of my list.
yeah.
I'm gonna make
So
sure
I can't go to work tomorrow either.
that's for sure.
Because
Yeah, those are all great destinations. And Chris, one play Little League Baseball against Cam Hayward. Just a few years ago, Chris, there were questions about locker room leadership with the Steelers. What does the leadership of a guy like Cam Hayward do for the Steelers?
I mean, he's been the soul of this defense for pretty much most of the last decade. When the Steelers were up against the Bengals back in 2015, he said the buck stops here. And he was the guy that led the team out, even when the defense was still figuring out who it was. And even today, TJ Watt, they're the best players on this defense, but he's still the soul of it. He keeps everyone together, and he keeps the team focused. While even some players are complaining about the game being postponed, Cam Hayward's just saying, hey, it just means I get a little bit more rest, and I'm ready to play.
You hit a home run off of him, didn't you?
No, I didn't. He didn't. I don't even remember. My parents tell me it all the time.
That's something. That's notable. That's something to say. The Steelers come into this afternoon's game a perfect 10, all wins and no losses. 6 more to go in the regular season to become just the second team to reach the 16-0 pinnacle. Remember, the Dolphins played fewer games back in '72. Don't tell the Steelers, though, that that's important.
We're here week to week. We got challenges this week as it pertains to playing the Ravens. We just didn't go 1-0 this week.
No, we already talked about our regular season.
He's in sleep.
How the hell do we get the level?
This morning, I'm like, oh, I can't sleep now.
That's all that matters because we know we're going to get our best shot.
Yeah, they win the Super Bowl, they go into the so like if we were to lose a game and still be win that game, say like, no, we're not too concerned about it. That's why we don't talk about it because we don't care that we're taking it. We have one purpose, bro, and if we don't fulfill that purpose, then ultimately we won't.
So yes, the Super Bowl is the main goal, and it should be, no doubt. But Dawn, take us inside for what a player is really thinking. Are you telling me that if it gets to 12, 13 wins, that the players won't start really in their minds thinking about achieving that record of perfection?
Yeah, and nobody likes to lose, Alvin. I mean, I don't like to lose in PlayStation or Xbox games. I mean, I take it very serious. And can you imagine being in a room with 53 guys who have the same mentality I do? Nobody wants to lose. Yeah, they'll sit there and they'll talk about, hey, we'll take it one game at a time, and I get that. But if you could continue that perfect record, that perfect season, you're going to exhaust all efforts to try to do that. And that's what we've seen out of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nobody wants to lose. And I see them just continuing the record that they've had so far.
All right. Competitive, you should see Chris was a little leaguer. Digging a little deeper. With the Ravens as depleted as they are,
Bro, we went to the mall.
not only win this game, but to win big on.
They have to win the game. I mean, this is a division game.
I'm not blaming no one. I'm just wondering, like, how do we both get irritated?
The Ravens go to
You
another.
hair fixing yourself. You like getting your hair fixed.
Yeah, I thought I gave it to him.
This is an important game. It's a must-win for the Steelers. They have to go out there and play their best ball and take control of the game right off the jump. You have to control the whole game and don't let RG3 get started at all.
Thank
I
you.
was like, it's the season just changed. It's so fucking
Players left the field moments ago. We're within 20 minutes of getting things underway at Heinz Field. Steelers and Ravens after the
Dragon
it's here. Our final look to the game next on the Black and Gold Zone Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by
the
Cal.
whole thing's connected.
Imagine life in that, or that. Having zero stress. Wasting zero energy worrying.
You keep turning the TV
Zero
on.
days
No
wanting to
faster
fall
than
asleep. Much peace. And zero regrets. Imagine that. Zero reasons not to get into a Volkswagen. Especially now that you can start shopping from home. Look at all the cars today. Visit our Volkswagen Time Drive event and use the 2020 Atlas Crossport S promotion today. 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due assignment.
Want to sell your Pittsburgh area home faster and for the best price? Then make it RE/MAX Select Realty. RE/MAX Select agents sell up to 3 times as many homes as other agents. That means more buyers searching your neighborhood right now. Call RE/MAX Select today. We'll meet and list your home tomorrow. Plus, get your free RE/MAX market price evaluation. Selling your home is a big decision.
Why we had to
Select Realty. See us now at selecthomefinder.com.
That one wasn't doing it. I stabbed by herself. And so I had to go get a pencil. Like the thing. And then I pushed too hard, and then I like pulled it down. And then we got to push it hard while you're like handicapped. This bullshit. Why?
Nothing beats the fun of new technology during the holidays. And nothing has more fun technology than a new home. Magical features like available blind spot view monitor and wireless device charger. And
I
with
was
the
like,
savings
yeah,
of
what
Hyundai
show
Holidays,
did they cut off?
now you can get one for
Soap
yourself.
opera.
Hyundai Holidays.
You know,
All
like
live,
that's
more
like
there is to life.
3:40, 3 o'clock is still LA.
Plus 3 years complimentary maintenance on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
This is DraftKings Sportsbook. And we're tossing you an alley-oop in the form of a can't miss offer.
I don't care about
These powerhouses
that.
match up this week.
Oh, yeah.
100 if they win. It's time to pull up. Navigate the app with ease. Sign up with the promo code. Welcome back college hoops by betting $1 to win 100 on either Baylor or Gonzaga and make it rain.
If you're looking for an aggressive, experienced, results-based law firm, trust Blaine Jones Law.
Back live inside Heinz Field, 6 days later than expected, but less than 20 minutes away. It's the Steelers and Ravens right here on Channel 11. Get ready for a big day. Time now for the winning picks, brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. We're all going to give our winning pick for tonight. Jenna, you go first outside of Heinz Field.
I'm picking the Steelers
Steelers in this one, winning big 35-14. They are frustrated. They wanted to play this game last Thursday. They have been ready to play this game since then, and this is the second time this season that they have gotten the front end of things because of another team's COVID outbreak. I expect Ben Roethlisberger to come out firing in this one. I expect a lot of guys on offense to touch the ball today to make an impact. I expect to see a lot from offense, and I expect to see a defensive touchdown. These guys on defense are hungry and are going to be looking to get towards RG3.
Timeout for Doran. Your winning pick.
I'm pretty close to Jenna. I like the Steelers 35-17. I think this is a statement game. You know, what happened last game? We got pretty chippy. And then the whole roller coaster of the deals that we've been going through in the past week with moving the games around. I think the Steelers are sick of it. They're happy to be playing now. They're playing at home. And it's going to be a physical game. Bud Dupree, TJ Watt, they're going to get after RG3 today. It's going to be a sound win for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and we're going to move to 11-0 and play the Washington football team on Monday.
Chris, what's your pick?
I got the Steelers winning big 38-6. Don't forget, yes, Marquise Pouncey is out, but the Ravens are down to their third-string center, who's an undrafted rookie. Hasn't at least had last year in training camp and this year to work with the Steelers. They're going to have a hard time stopping Kid Hayward up front. And don't forget, the Steelers need to win this game. On top of that, the Chiefs chasing. The Chiefs still have to play the Saints one more time this year. That'll be a huge game. The Steelers win. It gives them that cushion. Even if they lose a game down the line, that one loss doesn't hurt them if the Chiefs do drop off the Saints. They emphatically win here today, 38-6.
RG3 beat the Steelers a year ago. He will not beat them today. The Steelers have waited for this game patiently while the Ravens have tried to figure out their COVID situation. I think there will be a lot of attitude today. The Steelers trying to stay perfect. They're at home. It's a beautiful afternoon for football. I'm having the Steelers up 34-10 when this game is all finished. The defense will rise. I think it's a statement game for them as they continue and try to improve to 11-0. Steelers across the board from Doran and Jenna and Chris and yours truly. Anything else you'd like to say as we go to the game?
I guess by not taking the game, I think Terrell Evans is going to get another interception in this game. The Steelers lead the NFL in interceptions. I think this is where they put the Ravens back early and they go crazy.
All right, there it is. Heinz Field ready for football. We're about 13 minutes away right now. We're going to send it over to NBC, but make sure you join us after the game for the Black and Gold post-game show. We'll be live and we'll have the latest on the game and reaction from Heinz Field as the Steelers finally play the Ravens after a 6-day wait. Hey, it's Thanksgiving all over again.
Yes, you can say. I ran out of leftovers.
Get ready for that. I'm Al the Oxen Rider. For Chris Carter, Dora Dickerson, and of course Jenna Harner, thank you for being with us. Sit back and enjoy the game.
FanDuel's simple app makes it easy to get closer to the game. But to get Dan even closer, we've arranged for him to experience a genuine James Harrison tackle.
Wait, what?
FanDuel, play free all season.
I did some early shopping this year. One for you, one for me.
I love it. I got us a little something too. Yeah. One for you and one for me.
I love it.
Oh, actually, that was supposed to be for me.
I love it.
I like that. It's the GMC season to upgrade. Now everyone can get GM employee pricing on most GMC models. Use it to get over $6,200 total value in this 2021 Acadia Denali. We are professional grade. GMC.
At BetMGM, online casino is in good hands. With exclusive games like Premium Blackjack Pro, the best slots like Starburst and Cleopatra, and huge jackpots exclusively for Pennsylvania. Plus, new players get a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 and $25 on the house. Online casino is in good hands at BetMGM Casino.
ports of the Three Rivers. In Pittsburgh, inside Heinz Field, home of the 10-0 undefeated Steelers, and the Baltimore Ravens have finally arrived to renew this fierce rivalry and wrap up Week 12 on a special Wednesday edition of Sunday Night Football. It's all different this year and this week. Hi, everyone. Mike Tirico. This has been a build-up unlike the NFL has ever seen for a game in its century of history. It has been delayed 6 days, postponed 3 times because the Ravens have been dealing with an outbreak of COVID-19, the likes of the no pro sports team has had to endure. For more on this week, unlike any other for the Ravens, let's go down to the shelter for it. Sitting up here trying to piece together who is on the field for Baltimore. It's hard to do. A lot of names have been called up for the practice squad, but they have a full roster. The question is, what do you think it's going to look like on the field? You know what it's going to look like with Michelle down there. We understand her that we did a fair share. But yeah, I think, Mike, the biggest thing is let's not go crazy with this. These are NFL players out here, all your backups. So maybe you'll lack the depth from some Ravens might come into play, but you know, Robert Griffin's going to play quarterback. He was just a second of the and he was rookie of the year, so I know the Steelers don't underestimate this team. I want to pick it up from the Steelers' perspective, too, because here they are, they're 10-0. Although folks aren't giving them maybe the attention a 10-0 Steelers team might get. They've waited 10 days since their last game. If you're on the Pittsburgh side, how are you approaching what's coming up? I just do what we do, which is play defense. I mean, currently, the Pittsburgh Steelers lead in 27 different defensive categories. That's pretty amazing, including points, including turnovers, including sacks. So this is going to be one of those games between two classic defensive-oriented football teams. They're going to go at it down here tonight. Always worth the wait. Now the details on the Ravens first.
We get here 10 straight days of positive COVID tests. Landed 24 Ravens on the reserve COVID list, and that number is now down to 16, but it includes 9 starters and 7 Pro Bowlers, notably quarterback and leading receiver Mark Andrews. And the rest of the roster flew to Pittsburgh last night, and before boarding the team buses this morning, each player had to pass a rapid COVID test. As for preparation, John Harbaugh told us they were able to, quote, kind of practice Monday and Tuesday. He acknowledged his offensive and defensive lines were hit hard, and he said, our good players have to play great. But Harbaugh said he likes the idea that very few people outside of the team believe they can win this game. And Mike, the Steelers were hit as well. Running back James Conner, center Marquise Pouncey, and defensive end Stephon Tuitt all out due to COVID.
Given the Ravens' issues and their issues, I asked Mike Tomlin, hey, do you feel for John Harbaugh what has been going through this week? Is it no? That just reminds you, if this is the rivalry, the Steelers and the Ravens.
Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes, or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.
You're not going to find anything else like the breaking news desk in Pittsburgh. You're going to get breaking news as it's happening.
We have an anchor now dedicated to following the latest information as it comes in.
That is a resource no one else has. If you see me on the breaking news desk, you know it's an important story.
Or worker bees. I'll be missing you.
We've arranged for you to experience a genuine James Harrison tackle.
Wait, what?
Play free all season.
I need to drink some water. Is there any way you could get a case of water? It's too heavy for me. I need to get gas for you. It's 50 miles.
Toyota Bonds on. Come in today.
Let's go places.
We see them every day. The heads and minds of our front lines. The care they get and give, only to go home and care some more. How they run in when others run away. Today the whole world is seeing what we always have. Here's to the heroes.
DraftKings Sportsbook. And we're tossing you an alley-oop in the form of a can't-miss offer. Pick either of these powerhouses in their matchup this week. Put $1 on them and get 100 if they win. It's time to power up. Navigate the app with these. Sign up with the promo code and welcome back college hoops by betting $1 to win 100 and either Baylor or Gonzaga and Porsche Pittsburgh. Dream it, build it, drive it. Today at Porsche Pittsburgh. Welcome back to Saturday Night Football Kickoff Special. Brought to you by Walmart.
Round number third, Star Rookie out of the way. Terriers back on the big stage with understudies today for the Ravens against the Steelers. Time now to signify the game. Microsoft Surface. Chris, what's it about Roethlisberger's operation?
Yeah, if you haven't seen the Pittsburgh Steelers lately, you may not know that Ben Roethlisberger now gets rid of the football faster than any other quarterback in the National Football League. We're so used to watching him hold it, but he's going to be facing one of the most complex defenses in all the National Football League. They're going to come at him from all different angles, and if Ben isn't careful, they're going to drop one of those pass rushers out underneath his coverage and come up with big plays like they did a week ago. This is the type of thing that Ben is going to have to overcome in this one.
Nothing easy against Baltimore. That's how we simplify the game. Presented by Microsoft Surfaces. Looks simple for Deontay Johnson to win. Back-to-back 100-yard receiving games coming in. The go-to guy for Big Ben. The Steelers haven't lost since Week 17 last year to Robert Griffin III and the Ravens. Big Ben trying to keep Pittsburgh at long last. Kickoff is next.
Football is family. Presented by Walmart. There is no better way to celebrate the holiday season than with the people you know best.
There's just nothing like this rivalry.
Now more than ever, we have reminded to savor these moments and our traditions.
One more great finish.
Walmart. Let's end the year with what matters.
It's Dr. Charles over video calls with sweat bands, houseplants, and a 3 p.m. happy dance. With pizza buying and reindeer crying and just a little joyful crying with all your family and all your friends. First bites and happy ends. It's all essential and free. And together, it makes it. Let's end the year with what matters.
Adjustable spinner, good choice, Steve.
Don't forget your non-assistant and the iron. Have nowhere to sit. Who else reads books about something?